sent me a text message about your party. I said, gee, Davey, I said, I didn't send you. My wife several times had asked to borrow my phone. She said her phone was not working. So apparently she went there and got through all my contact list. She got in touch with a lot of people. And I want to thank my boys, Shane and Jimmy, and my daughters, Cindy, Natalie, and Kimmy, for the job that they did. Oh my God. This is a total surprise. Yeah, I'm thinking, my cousin Debbie and her husband Danny, I'm thinking that Marina told me that we're coming up here for Pat Ward's 75th birthday party. No, exactly. I said to Mar, I said, who the hell are you kidding? 75. Mar, you're full of baloney. 68 maybe. And so she said, you're going to say, they want you to say a few words. And so I wrote down a couple of stories, but I think I'm going to scrub these stories and let my brother Gaynor tell you a few stories. Gaynor and I, when we were growing up, we had a good friend named Joey Lebrowski. I don't know if you ever heard that name mentioned before. Yeah. Well, anyhow, Joe had an Uncle Al, and several weeks ago, Al's 92 years old. He went to the doctor, and the doctor said, Al, he said, for 92, he said, you're in great shape. He said, you're damn right I am, Doc. He said, I attribute that to the Jameson and the Hullupies. He said, Doc, I'll have you know, he said, I have an 18-year-old bride, and I got her pregnant 3 months ago. What do you think of that, Doc? He said, oh, boy, Joe, he said, let me tell you, my good friend, Al, my good friend, George Spindler, he's a magic hunter. One day, he's rushing out to go hunting the first day of bear, and he runs out the door, instead of grabbing his rifle, he grabs a broomstick. He gets out there at the bottom of the knoll, the big black grizzly, Al come up over the knoll, and Spindler points the broomstick at the grizzly. He goes, boom! The grizzly falls down dead. Al said, Doc, somebody else must have shot that bear. He said, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Al. A few weeks ago, I asked the doctor if he'd give me a prescription for half of Viagra. He said, God almighty, Slick, why in God's name you want a half of Viagra? I said, so I stopped peeing on my shoes.
He hits the lottery, about $18,000. But, well, we gave Mom some. The insurance man, all these people, all the bills we paid off almost. And anyway, we had around $7,000 left. He said, Gain, I always wanted to run against Miller. He said in the ox, he got hit with a line drive. He developed a little speech impediment. It hit him hard. So he always wanted to run against Senator Mello. We didn't have any money. What the hell are we going to do? We used to bring the cans back to Burchell Dairy, and he said, we don't have cans here. we won the bingo down at St. Pat, so we had a little bit of extra money. And I said, Jim, why don't you go up to Sigmund Spitz? It used to be up in Oliphant on Main Avenue, up by the Anchor. You know what I mean, where the Anchor is? So they had a sale. It was buy one suit at regular price and get the second one for a penny. It's just like they do up at Montage, whatever the name of that place is up there. So I said, come on, and we asked Paul Catalano because we didn't have a car back then. So he drove us up, and Slick walks in, and Slick says to him, he said, Mr. Smith, he says, is that true? He said, you have that sale? He said, you buy the one suit and you get the second suit for a penny? He said, yes, that's right. He said, how much is the first suit, Mr. Smith? He said, the first suit's $395. He said, we'll give you the second one for a penny. And I said, that doesn't sound too bad, Jim. So we borrowed some money and we paid the guy. And Slick put the first suit on, it was nice, for $300 and some. He put the second suit on. He said, Mr. Spitz, he said, the sleeve is a little short. It's up to here on my arm. He said, you're a decent one. He said, it's a little, he said, look at this, Mr. Spitz, I have to go. I'm in a wedding, for Christ's sake. He said, look, he said, move your shoulder up like this. He said, but Mr. Spitz, he said, look at this. He said, it's a little too long in the back. He said, well, bend over a little bit like. He said, now my pants are too short. He said, well, get your legs like this. So he pays him the money and he's walking up by the anchor. The two ladies are there, and the one lady said to the other one, look at that poor boy afflicted like that, Mary, isn't that terrible? And she said, yes, but doesn't his suit fit him so nice?
Sister Sorella came all the way up here, and her boys from Maryland. My cousins came all the way up to Philcamp from Philadelphia. Oh my God Almighty. And Sarah Palin's on the way in from Alaska. And the furthest one to travel was Tommy Conway, came from that prison out in California. Where's that, Tommy? I'm one of the kids. I love you, buddy. All the Irish American Men's Golf League fellas are there. Thank you, guys. I just want to sincerely, you're going to hear me crying here, you dirty rats. Thank you very, very much, all of you. You're all good friends, and I love each and every one of you. Hold on to that for my brother.